Hello, and welcome to part 2 of YouTube censorship. Please check out my previous video on this subject since that goes into detail as to why I'm being censored. I have been very vocal about this as of late on social media sites since it's been happening, and things have increasingly gotten worse. Due to my concerns, there have been a fair amount of people who have suggested alternative sites to me. I'm going to briefly talk about those and my stance on them. But first, I created 2 new social media accounts. I have been posting more on social media, so I need alternative outlets to do so. And of course, censorship will happen on all of them to some degree. Links to everything are in the description of all my videos under the Follow Me section. Social media in general, though, is mostly a mind control distraction tool, but I use it to help people realize this. I've had a Facebook page for years, so that's not new. However, I also created a Twitter account, which I'll admit is hard to work with since I like to write more than 140 characters. And there is another site I heard of a few months back called Minds. When I first discovered it, it didn't seem too interesting, but recently they have added a bunch more things and it looks really good and promising for the future, so I hope it grows. Definitely check it out since I think that holds an important role for the future with tons of nice features. Minds is also like a hybrid of Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon. You can follow me and my posts, but you can also donate to creators, even monthly for rewards, just like Patreon. I currently do not have this set up and don't know how many people would want to support me on there. While I am so thankful of my Patreon supporters, there are only a few. So I don't know how many of my genuine YouTube subscribers are interested in donating real money to me. Nevertheless, it's entirely optional, and I'm grateful nonetheless, as it helps us continue spreading this message and awareness. Since I have been vocal about censorship, people have suggested other sites to post my videos, like VidMe. After much careful thought, I have declined this offer because I don't want my videos hosted on multiple platforms at this time. Another site a few people mentioned was Steemit, which is this convoluted cryptocurrency Reddit-like blog site. I had a really hard time wrapping my head around this one, but have since declined it as well because it's largely about money. You make a post, people like it and upvote it, and you can make money just by people positively rating your new posts. The problem is, it's not that simple. There is much more involved with it to maximize the money you can make on there. So much to the point that I do not want to devote that amount of time and effort into it. Not to mention that since it's largely money-based, it goes against my stance of doing what I love for free. Of course, I need money to survive in this currency-based world. I love to get paid by my supporters and as they help me continue doing what I love. But this site seems a bit too out of my league. Now under censorship, YouTube has ramped up its policy on what it considers advertiser-friendly. I understand that there needs to be measures in place to avoid advertisements being placed on inappropriate content. But the type of content they deem as not suitable for all advertisers is censorship to the fullest, especially since if your video is hit and you get less than 1,000 views on it in the past week, they cannot approve it. This censorship only applies to you and me, the small people, not the big corporations, which I am exposing now. According to YouTube's advertiser-friendly content guidelines, videos that discuss things like war, political conflicts, as well as the use of illegal, regulated drugs or substances, and even sex toys, devices, sexual conversations, are all not advertiser-friendly and will not display ads. Yet, let's do a quick search and see what we find from major television networks to completely disprove this. Alright, so here I am on YouTube right now. Completely new window. As you can see, there's even an ad here for birth control. And let me just show you some of the searches here. So, if I search up Comedy Central, sex toy. Okay. So this one right here. Women sitting on vibrators. Let's take a look if there's ads on it. Sometimes there's ads, sometimes there's not. Sometimes you have to refresh it multiple times. Here we go. An ad. 30-second ad, unskippable. Okay. Squirting stories. Okay, uncensored. Ad. Sexual bucket lists. Ad. I mean, this is female orgasms. Oh, surprisingly not an ad. Let's refresh. See, there we go. Ad. Almost every single time you see an ad. Let's continue on. Sex toy or dog toy. Ad. How to make a sex tape. Ad. Look at this. The cure for hysteria. The Bellacore women undergo orgasm therapy to rid themselves of feminine ailments. Okay, let's see if there's ads on it. What do you know? Ads. This video literally has women having orgasms in the video. I will show that to you. Now you see, I go right to the video here. I go throughout the video. They're doing things. As you can see, this is advertiser friendly. Yes, this is advertiser friendly to YouTube. But we're not done yet, no. Not just searching up Comedy Central sex toy. No, we're gonna search up Comedy Central bong now. Drug related stuff. Let's take a look what comes up. This one, I know this one doesn't have any ads. Time traveling bong. Let's look at this one. Broad City underaged bongs. Promoting the use of underage smoking. Let's take a look if there's an ad. Oh, no, there's just so far not an ad, but I did see an ad earlier. Sometimes you don't always get one. Sometimes you do. It all depends. I've refreshed it multiple times. I don't really see one. But sometimes it'll be there. Sometimes it won't be there. Let's see about this one. Higher, higher, highest. Oh, what's that? There's an ad on here. This is drug related. Let's go back to this one now. Nope, so far there's nothing, but I can assure you I saw ads on this earlier today. You don't always get it. Even other late night talk shows like Late Night with Stephen Colbert that are heavily politically based on the Democrat side are allowed to play ads. They are heavily politically based. So let me actually show you here what I saw. So I go to Late Show with Stephen Colbert's channel. It's not all political stuff, but there is a lot of political stuff here. You know, but right here, look at this. You have someone dressed as a member of the KKK and someone dressed as a Nazi. Guess what? There are ads on this video. How are you allowed to play ads on a video that has that added as its thumbnail? Do you see the problem here? There is something much more major going on than just what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. As you can see, this has nothing to do with advertiser-friendly content, but rather censorship. If they really cared, none of these videos I just showed you would display ads. Furthermore, if you also noticed, it was the full 30-second unskippable ads, which make more money than the skippable ones. I've watched a fair share of those Comedy Central shows on television, and I enjoy them for the most part, but that doesn't mean they should be permitted to run ads on YouTube. If all those videos I just showed you are suitable for advertising, then all of mine are as well. They literally hit my video stating that they are not suitable for all advertisers when they are. A video about how to cope with a condition is not suitable. What about a live stream where I answer my viewers' questions? Or worse yet, a video on my other channel titled Stay Focused, Dealing with Distractions. Those aren't suitable? I can understand videos about surgery or sexuality, but when you look at it, if people having orgasms in a video talking about squirting are eligible, then all of mine are too. It has nothing to do with what is friendly or not, but rather how much the little person can be screwed over so the corporations can make money. Let's look at a clear example of incompetence on YouTube's part. A recent video of mine about autism was detected as not suitable, confirmed as not suitable, then allowed to be monetized. The process by which this happened is quite shocking. I uploaded the video, and it was unlisted for about a day before YouTube determined that it was not suitable for all advertisers. I immediately requested manual review of the video. If the video is not public, they seem to review it quicker since the limit of 1,000 views over the past week is sometimes not required. About 24 hours after I requested manual review, it stated that it was confirmed by manual review that it was not suitable for all advertisers. There was no explanation as to why, just manually confirmed as such. I then sent an email to YouTube Partner Support, and within hours after sending it, for some reason, it was eligible and everything was all good. The reason I know there is something more going on is because other videos of mine that were listed as not suitable that have been approved, I received an email telling me that it was acceptable. I didn't get any email for this one. I think they felt pressured since I reached out to them and posted this on social media. It doesn't end there. It gets worse. About 24 hours after I sent the email to Partner Support, someone replied back to me saying that they took a look at the video in question and can confirm that monetization is enabled and that ads are serving, even going so far as to sending a screenshot. He then went on to say that any video that doesn't comply with the advertising policy will not run ads. Here is what I responded back with. Hi Frank, thanks for the information. You know what is strange? The system detected my video as not suitable for all advertisers, which then I requested manual review. After about a day, it was manually reviewed and said confirmed by manual review, not suitable for all advertisers. I sent the email to you that you just responded to, and within hours, it was monetized. Please explain what is going on. Something is not right with this. As for your comment about any video that doesn't comply with advertisers' policies will not run ads, this is very untrue, and I'm bringing this to your attention. According to the advertiser policies you linked me to, content that is not eligible for advertising includes use of illegal, regulated drugs or substances, as well as sexual simulations and even political conflicts. There are videos posted by major television networks, such as Comedy Central, for example, that show women sitting on vibrators and talking about orgasms, as well as others where people are smoking marijuana out of a bong. Even political shows on Comedy Central and late-night talk shows that are politically based. All these videos are monetized. So while any video that doesn't comply with advertisers' policies will not run ads is true, it doesn't seem to apply to major corporations, which is extremely misleading and unacceptable. Then another YouTube employee responds with the most ludicrous nonsense. Hi there. I am glad that your video is now monetizing. However, I would like to explain that our automated classifiers also pick up on changes made to a video's title, description, or thumbnail, and will make a new advertiser-friendly decision based on the changes made. We cannot provide you specific details on what guidelines your content has violated, but can say that we're taking advertiser concerns seriously to protect creators' revenue across the platform for the long term. While we won't be able to comment on the content of other creators, we would like to assure you that YouTube uses technology and policy enforcement processes to determine if a video is eligible for advertising. We continually work hard to make our algorithm as accurate as possible and to understand nuances, including for categories like music, gaming, and news. Our intention is to treat each video based on context, including content that is clearly comedic, educational, or satirical in nature. Appreciate your understanding. Hope that helps. Oh, there is no understanding here, YouTube. I even asked about the woman sitting on vibrators, and he said that their automated system classifies that video as advertiser friendly and it's allowed to run full ads. Your employees seem like unintelligent robots. I don't think these are real people. I generally think these people I was speaking with are automated bots. They frustrate you until you just give up since they don't comprehend a single thing you say. First, the reply states that changes made to the video's title, description, or thumbnail can change the advertiser-friendly status. Yes, that's true. But guess what? I didn't make any changes to any of those, and it was only after I sent the email that it was approved. Then they tell me that they can't tell me which guidelines my content violated. What type of nonsense is this? I violated no guidelines with that video, and they know this, which is why they can't tell me. Since they know I am aware of their agenda and am exposing it, they monetize the video but have enforced a new tactic on my channel, which is making it so my own subscribers aren't aware when I post new videos. The video only reached a small audience. Each and every video I publish is getting less and less reach. This one I'm making now might get more since it's the hot topic now, but think about this. A video that tons of people requested over the years, autism, struggled to get 1,500 views in 24 hours, and 2 days later, it still didn't even reach 2,000 views. And it was only 3 days after publishing it that it reached 2,000 views. Tell me how a video that was so requested, has a great, catchy, colorful thumbnail, perhaps a clickbait title of cure in it, could reach such a minute audience. I'll tell you how, because YouTube severely censored it because of the content that was presented in the video. They don't want you to know about alternative thinking. I can guarantee you that if I bought into the stigma of the condition, talked about all the scientific evidence for the genetic factor only, and said it has nothing to do with GMOs, pesticides, and heavy metals, which all have been shown in studies they do and covered up, then it would take off. I don't buy into that, and I don't teach that. Everything in the video is public information from credible sources, but the main reason people denied every single detail in the video is because they have been conditioned to believing in just one side of the argument, because all the other views are censored. As with anything, there were opposing views, which is why I speak up and make my voice heard. I spoke up against the corrupt industry poisoning the population and causing these conditions, and people put their fingers in their ears and said blah blah blah, you are wrong, I am right, science is always right, despite the fact that scientific findings have shown what I've discussed to be true, but are covered up from the mainstream. This mentality is so concerning, which is precisely why I speak out against it. People commenting trying to shut me up because they can't hear any opposing view. When have we become so sensitive and critical to the point that we can't even hear someone else? Anyone who has a different view we call ableist, racist, fascist, sexist, cissexist, transphobic, homophobic, xenophobic, and so on. We close our ears, don't listen to what the other person has to say, and shout out one of these terms because we are too scared to face reality. We can't even have a proper discussion or debate. It is so sad to see this. I've dealt with this since I started my YouTube channel in 2013, but over the past year, it's increased tremendously to the point that there is not a single thing I could make without being called one of these terms. The whole point of my YouTube channel, since day one, has been to educate and teach, not only others, but also myself. You all have learned from me, I've learned from you. It's been a rewarding experience for all of us. But when you put so much time and hard work into what you love and are heavily censored to the point that these social media companies are trampling on your success, it's time to shift perspectives. My view now is that I no longer make YouTube videos, but rather that I make helpful articles, including a video for my website. All YouTube to me now, for this channel at least, is a place to host my videos until I can host them on my own website myself. The videos on my website just so happen to be hosted on YouTube, as it provides excellent options to enhance playback on my website. Of course, I'd rather host my own videos, but this is not something I can currently afford, but I'm paving the way to doing so. If you really want to support me and like the work that I do, please follow me on my website and other social media besides just YouTube. I know my true followers and supporters have already done this or are going to do this. In the description to every one of my videos on YouTube, there are links to my other accounts. You can find all my media on my website, automasterstuff.com as well. Don't let YouTube be the only source, since it's no longer my primary focus, and with the increased censorship, it's unlikely that you'll even get notified when I post something. Some of you may be wondering, why are you so concerned about demonetization if you're not in it to make money? True, I don't make videos for the sole purpose of making money, but I also need money to survive in this economy-based world. I love what I'm doing, and love that I have been able to get paid for what I do. And despite the fact that I make about a third of what I used to make on YouTube, it won't stop me from putting content out. However, the problem I have is discriminatory actions YouTube has implemented, so anyone with opposing views gets hit. Not to mention videos that aren't controversial in the slightest are also hit. And worst of all, the censorship they have placed on my videos so they don't even reach the audience I have built over the years. I've built up an audience of over 100,000 people since mid-2013, and now they have manipulated who gets my videos to the point that many of my followers thought I stopped making content months ago. The very least that can be done is to fix this so when I post something, my subscribers are aware. The fact is, my subscribers are not aware, even when specifically set to receive notifications. Some do, but it appears the majority do not, which is clear and sneaky censorship on Google's part, intentionally done because they don't want me getting the truth out there, and especially not making a single penny off of it. So that's it. I'm so sick of the blatant censorship, and will expose it as much as I can with posts on my other social networks. I love what I do, and I want to continue, which is why I'm changing my focus to be more on my website and other social networks. What would you like to see on my website? What don't you like about it? I have full articles of all my videos accompanied with images, comments, sharing, and so on. It's been increasingly successful with thousands of unique visitors each day. I'm impressed by how much it's grown and want to see it continue to grow, so please use it and interact with it. Comment and I'm more likely to reply to you on there. I've put a lot of hard work into it. Everything you see and the functionality is practically all my own original work. I created the design, the layout, the features. And before I go, I want to let you know of a new thing I'm working on, which is completely independent and doesn't rely on YouTube. I will soon be starting my very own online counseling service. As much as I would love to help people individually for free, I do need to charge money for it since it would take a portion of my time. It will be one-on-one, where I will listen to what your troubles are and can help you out and give you my suggestions and advice. I've helped so many people on the path to natural health and healing, and now it's time to go on an individual basis where I can make such a bigger impact. Thank you for supporting me. I'll see you around very soon.